Only once have I met such a coward!
I'm shaking. Oh, I'm shaking.
I won!
You did. Fair and square. Congratulations. You got yourself a navigator.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I need a ship.
How nice for you. And just what do you want me to do about it?
Are you the harbor master?
No, I am the harbor mistress. My full title is Chief Assistant Shipyard Regulator, Harbor Operations, Melee Island, a division of Inter-Island Transportation Services.
Which means?
Which means I'm in charge of ship allocations on Melee Island.
I'm commandeering a vessel.
Not so fast, mister. No boat leaves this harbor without my permission, and I see no reason to give you permission to take one of my boats.
But Stan said I could.
Name dropping won't get you a boat.
I'm married to the governor.
I heard she was dead.
Well, she does have her quiet moments, but she's alive and back on Melee and ready to govern.
Oh, so she's just been on vacation all this time, huh? That's nice. She won't be governor for long. I'm voting for Mr. Charles. He promised me a promotion.
Come on, just give me a boat.
The rules prohibit the shipyard regulator, that would be me, from lending a boat to anyone who does not have proper authority. That would be you.
What would it take to get you to look the other way?
I really hope that you aren't trying to bribe an employee of the Melee Island government. Not that I care what happens to you, but I really don't want to fill out the paperwork.
How does that work again?
Okay, but remember, I'm not required to do this. As a civil servant and chief assistant shipyard regulator, I am here for your safety, not to be helpful. But if it'll make you go away, I'll tell you.
I can hardly wait.
I cannot and will not release a ship to any person, party, or entity that does not carry the authority of office or is otherwise important in their own right.
Isn't there some sort of loophole?
Nope. It's simple. Prove to me that you have the authority to requisition a ship, and I will follow procedure to supply one.
Come on, just this once? For me!
Not for you or anyone. Rules were meant to be followed. Just prove to me that you have the authority to requisition a ship, and I will follow procedure to supply one.
Never mind.
Now that I can do.
Baby, you can be in charge of my ships any day of the week.
What? Are you trying to seduce a government employee?
No. So, you're in charge of the ships. You must be some kind of ship expert to land such an important and specialized job.
Nope. Don't know anything about them, and I can't stand sailing. I'm just paying my dues until I get a supervisor's job.
Kinda snooty for a glorified barnacle watcher, aren't you?
You're just jealous of my cushy government job. It would be even better if I didn't have to put up with the likes of you.
All this red tape is giving me a headache.
Don't say I didn't give you anything.
Let's try 17, 5.5, minus 6. Fire!
Not a bad piece of modern art, if I do say so myself. With that inner tube, it looks like a giant slingshot. Excuse me.
What?
You seem like a busy man. I'll let you return to your evil deeds.
Thanks.
Hey there.
Let's try... Yeah. Just a sec. 17, 3.7, 12.
Here, I brought you some kudu jerky pretzels.
Really? Thanks. I really appreciate this.
You're welcome. You know, you could thank me by not chucking big old boulders at my house.
I could, but I won't. Now leave me alone for a minute while I eat these.
Oh, ungrateful.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
You totally messed up my catapult. What you trying to do to me? You're killing me over here. Well, guess I'm gonna have to start over with my calibration cactus over there. Get out of my way.
I hope this works.
There, it's recalibrated to the cactus. Let's try it. Fire! What the? Ah! Ha! I can't believe you did that.
Guess what? I'm still dead.
Don't worry. I'll love you even after rigor mortis sets in.
We've been gone so long they didn't think I was coming back. So those numbskulls at City Hall declared me dead at sea.
What about me? Did they say anything about me?
No. Then they decided to sell all my belongings and destroy the mansion.
That's terrible. Did they sell any of my stuff?
And the worst part is, they've ordered a new election for the office of governor.
Maybe I should run.
So far, there's only one candidate. And you know the old slogan, where there's only one candidate, there's only one...
Choice.
Who are you?
The name, Mr. Threepwood, is Charles L. Charles. But you can call me the next governor of Melee Island.
You can't be the governor, I'm the governor. And it's a lifetime term.
Well, that's the rub, isn't it? You've been declared dead.
So I've heard. How did that happen?
Who can say? Perhaps if you'd spent a little more time governing, and less time gallivanting all over the Tri-Island area with your pet monkey, the good citizens of Melee wouldn't have come to the mistaken conclusion that you were pushing up the petunias.
Wait a second. Was I the pet monkey in that last sentence?
Okay, we get it. You're running for governor. But why destroy my mansion?
Oh, that. When you died, the mansion became the property of the state. As a favor to me, the future governor of Melee Island, the town elders contracted a demolition firm
That's me.
to destroy this outdated bourgeois symbol of the elitist piratocracy.
But why?
Because the days of pirate princesses ruling from secluded mansions are over, my friend.
They are?
Indeed they are, lad. If the Melee Island of tomorrow is to prosper, it must be governed by a man of the people. A man unafraid to mingle with the common folk. A man who won't hide in a mansion guarded by vicious piranha poodles.
A man like you?
Precisely.
He makes a lot of sense, Elaine. I never did like those poodles.
Guybrush!
Well, I've got hands to kiss and babies to shake. Ta!
Something fishy about that guy.
Really? I thought he smelled more like a rotting corpse.
I've got another plan.
With maybe a hint of oregano.
Guybrush!
Yes, dear?
I'm going back to City Hall to run against Charles.
Woohoo! How can I help?
Go to Lucre Island to talk to the family lawyers.
But why? I destroyed the catapult.
Yes, dearest, I know. But with that demolition order hanging over the mansion, another catapult could come at any moment. We need the kind of restraining order that only my family lawyers can provide.
But I want to come up with clever campaign slogans and do ops research.
Guybrush, love of my life, I'm a politician. Let me do what I do best. I'll let you do what you do best.
What's that?
Sailing around the Tri-Island area on seemingly pointless errands.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? What I meant to say was, venturing into troubled waters on dangerous quests.
Well, okay then. That's more like it.
Okay. I'm off to start my campaign. Don't spend too much time on Lucre Island, dearest.
Ahoy there, fellow seafaring wastrels.
Yes!
Oh, sorry about that.
You startled us.
Yeah, that's it. I startled.
You two look awfully familiar.
Oh, we have very common-looking faces. Isn't that right?
Oh, definitely. Can't swing a dead Chinook around here without hitting someone who looked like us.
Didn't we share a cruise to Monkey Island once?
I don't think so.
Carla, make the bad man stop. He's come to take us back to Monkey Island.
Carla?
Who?
You can't fool me. You're Carla, the swordmaster of Melee Island. And you're Otis.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let it go, Otis. The half-wits recognized us.
I knew you guys looked familiar. You were 2/3 of my original Monkey Island crew.
The crew you abandoned on Monkey Island, you mean?
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to escape from Monkey Island?
No. How difficult is it to?
Escape from Monkey Island.
Well, it's really difficult.
Yeah,
The whole experience was very traumatizing.
scared us for life.
Gee, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry doesn't feed the narwhals, Buster.
So, what have you rapscallions been up to?
Where to begin?
What have you been doing with yourself, Carla?
You mean after I finally managed to escape from Monkey Island?
You're never gonna forgive me for that, are you?
Not in this lifetime. Anyhow, I've spent the last few years here on Melee Island re-establishing my swordmaster credentials.
Well, that sounds productive.
Oh, it was, until that Australian showed up.
Australian?
Yeah, an Australian real estate developer. He challenged me to a round of insult sword fighting, badgered me into betting my house. It was over so quickly.
Gee,
Now I wander the streets of Melee insult sword fighting for food.
how sad. How about you, Otis? What have you been doing for the last few years?
Well, after I finally escaped from Monkey Island, I made my way back to Melee Island, where I tried to resume my former profession.
Petty thievery?
I prefer to think of it as proactive redistribution of wealth. Unfortunately, the indignities I suffer on Monkey Island have left me so jittery that I cannot pick a lock or a pocket without making more noise than a flatulent hippo.
What vivid imagery. So how do you earn a living?
Begging mostly. You'd be amazed how many people will pay to hear the story of the innocent pirates who were betrayed by their idiot captain.
Well, where's the third member of our old crew?
You mean Meat Hook?
That's a good question.
After we finally got off Monkey Island, Meat Hook renounced his piratey lifestyle and returned to his true passion,
Drinking?
painting.
Painting? But the guy's got no hands.
That's what we said.
Whatever happened to Captain Smirk, the sword trainer?
He sold his house to a foreign investor.
But he didn't want to.
The investor challenged him to a round of insult gin rummy and beat him.
Smirk was so ashamed that he signed over the deed to his house on the spot and hopped the next ship out of Melee.
The same story's been repeated dozens of times all over Melee Island. This slimy investor strolls into a pirate's house or place of business, challenges him to a game of insult something or another, then humiliates them so badly that they have to cave into his hostile takeovers.
Haven't you noticed all the sword signs around here?
These stories are too depressing. Let's talk about something else.
If we must.
Won't you join my crew? For old time's sake.
Guybrush, take a good look at Otis.
Monkeys! Monkeys! Spread up the monkeys!
That's what happened to him the last time we agreed to be part of your crew. Now, what in the name of Blackbeard's dandruff could possibly convince us to join you in another idiotic adventure?
Well, how about... treasure. Boatloads of treasure.
We're still waiting for the treasure you promised us the last time.
Oh, yeah. Well, how about... cushy government jobs.
That sounds interesting.
Carla! What are you doing?
What kind of cushy government jobs are we talking about?
You know, the kind where you're paid 3 times the going private sector rate, no one checks your work, and it's impossible to be fired.
Don't listen to him, Carla. He just wants to take us back to Monkey Island.
We'd want contracts, of course.
I'll see what I can do. Be seeing ya.
Not if we see you first.
It's a government paper of some sort. The header says Melee Government Employment Contract, Cushy Edition.
What's this for?
I needed to convince reluctant rapscallions to join my crew.
Darling, can't you just use your blinding charisma to cajole them into joining you?
I think I used up all my charisma on the honeymoon.
All right, let me sign it.
Hello, my little plunder bunny.
What are you doing here, Guybrush?
Did you see the way I rid us of that cataclysmic catapult?
I always knew you had it in you to destroy heavy machinery, my chaotic little pet. Unfortunately, that's only a stopgap measure. We have to find a more permanent solution.
We could move away and leave this mess for someone else.
But I like living here. Besides, it's probably just as messed up everywhere else.
We could make a public offering of the island and retire on the proceeds.
You mean like Melee.com? That's stealing, even for pirates.
We could launch a full-scale attack on City Hall. Hold the town hostage, I say. Arr!
That's not very civilized, honey bear. Besides, I wouldn't want you to get hurt. I'm too young to be a widow. Thanks for trying to help, Guybrush, but I think we need to stick to the current plan.
I'll get right on it. I'm having a little trouble getting a ship.
What kind of trouble?
I don't have the authority to requisition one. Can you believe that? Me! There must be a bunch of new people around here since we left.
Here, take this. It should give you an air of authority.
What's this doohickey?
It's the official gubernatorial symbol of Melee Island. It conveys the authority of the office of governor. It also gets the holder into some pretty great parties.
A true pirate doesn't need some gubernatorial symbol to prove he commands respect.
Yes, well, all the same, I think you'd better take it.
All right. Oh, does this mean I get to run the island now? I've got some revolutionary ideas about subsidized childcare.
Just give it back the minute you return from Lucre Island.
Nobody wants to be on my crew.
Ask nice and don't make any ridiculous promises.
Hey, you should use that in your campaign.
I'll leave the crew selection to you, my dearest, and you can leave the campaign management to me. Is there anything else?
Can I have some money?
Why?
I'm not sure, but it always seems as though I could use a few hundred pieces of 8 on my adventures.
Well, I'd like to help, sweetheart, but we're kind of strapped for cash right now. Besides, what happened to your monthly allowance?
I blew it all gambling on spitting contests on Booty Island.
Well, then I'm sorry, my dear. It's time you learned an important lesson about budgeting.
Oh, shucks. I really think I'll need some money on this trip.
Not until you learn how to spend your money responsibly.
I'll let you concentrate on your campaign.
Thanks.
Wow. You actually got us a signed contract. Well, let's see. Yes. Ah, yes. Good. Aha!
Carla, do you even know what half of this stuff means?
Not a clue. But look, it says cushy in the title.
Well, all right then.
All right, Threepwood, you've got yourself a crew.
I need a ship.
I told you, you don't have the authority to...
Check this out.
What's this?
The gubernatorial seal of Melee Island.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess you are an important person. Right this way, Mrs. Marley. Let me show you to your ship. This is the Dainty Lady.
It's pink.
You've obviously got a seaman's eye for nautical details.
But it's pink.
Now, there are a couple of regulations that I'm required to explain to you. First, bring it back in the same or better condition as it is now. Second, life preservers are to be worn by all crew and passengers at all times. Finally, this vehicle is to be used for official business only, so no joyriding.
Can I go now?
Well, I'd love to hang out here on the docks with you all day. Actually, that's a lie. I can't stand to be near you. Bye. Oh, and enjoy your voyages on the Dainty Lady.
It's pink.
Is that the ship?
It doesn't look very seaworthy.
At least it doesn't smell like monkeys.
Are you guys ready to go?
Aye, Captain.
Whatever.
No.
Don't make me slap you, Otis.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Then we're off to Lucre Island in search of high adventure and a legally binding restraining order.
It'll all end in tears. Mark my words.
Mr. Cheese, shouldn't we steer away from those dark, portentous clouds?
Nonsense, Captain. A little rain never hurt anyone.
Mommy!
Batten down
Drink for
the
silent
hatches.
running.
Shorten sail!
Clear the scuppers.
bilges!
Get your hands off me!
Sorry, baby.
There you go, Mr. Marley. Lucre Island.
Ah, Lucre Town, the largest urban center in the Tri-Island area. Thanks, Mr. Cheese. Next time, you think we can get here with a little less drama?
Oh no. There's not going to be a next time, is there?
Better not be. Once was enough.
Okay, I'm going into town. You guys stay here and watch the ship.
Oh, sure. I see how it is. The captain gets to make all the decisions.